some brothers say some brothers gotta build themselves up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Which is different from all of us, like, I wasn't.
Okay.
given the chance to build myself. I was.
Let's get ready.
Okay, we're gonna, let's stand and, we're gonna say
Oh, I forgot my what you call it. I gotta practice it on it too.
oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, make sure it's charging up. Make sure it's charging. Can you make sure it's charging too though?
Sure.
Y'all can kind of repeat after me. We're gonna say the prayer in Paleo Hebrew first. Abner, Shema Shemayim, Kadash, Ayah, Shimka, Yahweh, Malakuka, Malakah, Malakazaka, Ayah, Asha, Barakaza, Kowa, Ayah, Bashamayim, Nawa, Laham, Ko, Lawam, Wasanafanawa, Alawafanawa, Kasalakanawa, Alawafanawa, Willa W.A. Nawa, Salawan, Bo, Hawashai Nawa, Mayung, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hawalakwa, Willa Allah Paruf, Laulamyam, Amen. So this is the prayer. Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. May you give us this day our daily bread. May you forgive us our trespasses and help us forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thy the kingdom, the glory, and the power forever and ever. Amen. Amen. Let's give our names. Captain Penuel, Zephaniah,
Melchizedek, Raphael, Ray.
Okay. Did you get some scriptures?
I got some.
Okay. Let's go. The chisel. Okay, this is gonna be about the 47th president. Give me Isaiah 47 and start with verse 1.
47 and verse 1.
Isaiah 47 and verse 1. This is for the 47th president.
Isaiah 47 and verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
Right, so this is Babylon. So he said, come down and sit in the dust. All right, and so, continue on a little bit with what he said. Go back a little bit.
Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of Chaldean.
Right, and so the president feel like he's on the throne, right? But the Father, God, he's the one that's on the throne. Because there's no throne but one, and that's the throne of God. All right? It's a warning when God, Yahushua, lit up the whole area of Los Angeles, right? Lit it up, right? And then he specifically have a pot that have not been burned on a porch where the house is toasted, a pot with flowers in it. Then one house out of thousands of houses, one not been touched. And so he specifically saying he does this. He ruled this area. This is what he do, right? And so when you can tell who worship who. See, the other nations, they have their God, right? And so, we see where I don't know how they find these pastors in Detroit. Somehow Trump find the coolest pastors, then he come to Detroit and get them. That is a significant sign when, after this pastor get through saying what he had to say, and now the pastor ain't getting paid, but the person that is getting paid by the president did how Hitler signed, right? And so after the pastor done did all this singing, it was put down by how Hitler sang. Like they don't give a damn what you got to say. And at this point in time, you still talking about freedom. And one thing they do remember is I had a dream. But that wasn't his last speech. His last speech was, I believe I have taken my people into a burning fire, house of fire. That was his last speech. That speech you don't hear. Only speech they want you to hear is the dream. But Christianity, and the doctor of Christianity was King. And King said to his people, I believe that I have taken my people into a burning house of fire. Now, Christianity is taking you into the same thing, a burning house of fire, trying to integrate with these people. Because on Martin Luther King's birthday, he did, I really care about, their names, 'cause I don't really know their name good. Did the High Hitler sign.
There's the Tesla guy.
Tesla guy. On Martin Luther King's birthday.
Can't think of his name.
That's an insult. I mean, that ain't no insult to me because, I'm not surprised on what they do. I expect that, and now they're attacking us vigorously, right?
Right.
Okay, so, give me Genesis 25 and 23, and Raphael, give me 25, 23. Chisel, give me 27, 40.
You said Genesis 27 and 40?
Yeah, and then Zephaniah, give me Ezekiel 35 and 2. And
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 20. What did you say again?
give me 25, 23.
25, 23.
Yeah, and Raphael, give me 27 and 40.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 3. When everybody there say come.
Come.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 3, and it reads as this. And Joshan begat Sheba, and Dean, and the sons of Dean were Ashurim.
You got Genesis 25, 23?
23, my fault.
You good.
This is Genesis chapter 25 and verse 23, and it reads as this. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separate from thy bowels.
Right, okay, and so God himself said we should be separated. Martin Luther King and Christianity saying integrate. Do you see what I'm saying? Can somebody explain it to me?
Well,
Martin Luther King is saying, did say integrate, but then in the end he said separate.
Okay. Can I ask something, Cap? Just like you said that the Tesla guy did the Hitler salute.
Yeah, come on.
Now, imagine if the Jewish people back in Nazi Germany went to Hitler for him to help them. And if you don't mark it, I just add a verse. Yeah. Like in Proverbs 3:31, where it says.
Want me to read it for you?
Yes, Proverbs 3 and 31.
Somebody give him Proverbs 3, verse 31.
I got you. Proverbs 3 and 31, you said?
Yes.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 31. When everybody there say come.
Come.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 31, and it reads as this. Envy not thou oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
That's good. That's good there.
Keep going.
No, that was it.
Okay. Oh, I would say this. When you done?
Go ahead.
A lot of us come under the thing is like, well, we think that's the solution. Togetherness. But if we go on like how nature is, right? Mm-hmm. Do you see the tiger joining the lion?
No.
Do you see the dog joining the cat.
No.
In natural habitat, you see no two animals coming together. Even seeds split. Certain seeds split at a part. So under our mindset, we just think, well, if we join, it would be better. So his mindset, like you say, coming under the Christian church was, we would be better joining. But in all actuality, when you join, it actually makes you weaker.
Come.
See, a lot of things he didn't know when we joined, and a lot of people don't know this, what happened to a lot of those mom and pop stores that we had.
Right,
They
yeah.
got closed
They got
down.
closed down.
And then another thing, he when he got with Malcolm X, he realized, you say the burning building, when I wanted to integrate, I actually made us weaker.
Right.
And Malcolm X said a quote like this: what happens when you have a strong cup of black coffee? What do you do when you want to make it weak? You integrate it with cream.
Yeah.
He said, when you put so much cream in a coffee, you might not even know you're drinking coffee no more. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Added with so much white
This
stuff.
part was thinking, and he says, and a lot of, and I'm not saying he was in the truth, but a lot of things he said, it makes sense. He said, we was under the idea that if we sitting at this man's table, not eating now, we just sitting at this table, we just good to be here. But in all actuality, he on the whole table. You see what I'm saying? So in a lot of our mindsets, we just good being a part. In order to like you say, let me just say, the Most High is about separation.
Right. Yeah.
Because if he wasn't about separation, we can go to Deuteronomy 7:6 and 12:4.
Right.
If he wanted all us to be the same, we would look the same.
That's true.
All of us don't even look the same.
Well, just think about this, bro.
Come.
What the word holy mean?
To be separate.
Right.
You know what I mean? So our mindset, once we over here, is we need to be with this people.
Right.
And our mindset is like, it's okay not to be with them. It's okay.
That's what we can't.
It is not wrong
Right.
to be with us. We under the mindset that we can't be without them.
Right.
But it's been, it's inventions that we didn't did, but a lot of things they didn't hid from us. And when it's not brought to us, you think we need them. A lot of our people don't know we invented the stove. We invented the elevator. We invented the refrigerator.
Yeah.
This all us.
Amazing things.
So when you got that mindset, and we're gonna say, and I'm not excusing anything you did, I would just say, like a lot of us that's not in the truth, he was sort of lost. Not to take nothing from you.
Right.
So I don't want that to get on camera. He just thought it would make us better.
Yeah.
And how can we ever be better when the person who put you in chains?
It don't
You're
make sense.
never going to be better than the person who put you in chains.
When the person don't respect you.
So I yield on that.
Right.
Yeah, I got a precept on this.
Yeah, precept.
Go ahead.
Somebody want to read it for
Same thing
him?
you talking about.
Somebody want to read this for him?
What you got?
What you got?
Maccabees, 2 Maccabees 6 and 8.
You say Second Maccabees?
Yeah, 2 Maccabees 6 and 8. Really, this whole chapter, but I'm just trying to get to the point. This was the Israelites in Greek captivity.
I'm gonna need Genesis, read Genesis 27:40. Not right now.
Oh, what you want? Oh, my fault. I get it. My fault.
Second Maccabees 6 and 8.
6 and 8.
I got you. My fault.
Are you looking?
No, I can't even see that.
Second Maccabees 6 and 8.
That's why you know about both, I can't see
This is the book of Maccabees, chapter 6 and verse 8, right out?
Yep.
And it reads as this: moreover, there went out a decree to the neighbor cities of the heathen by suggestion of Pomaly against the Jews, that they should observe the same fashions and be partakers of their sacrifice.
Now that's just like you were speaking about earlier. You know, most of our people, and you know, they want to be like Esau.
Right.
They want to be like Esau. They do want to do the same thing as Esau. You know, and it's like China owns that TikTok, and you know, America is trying to get a buyer for the TikTok here in America.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the TikTok was shut down the other night for a few hours, and people just lost their mind, especially our people.
Yeah.
You know, because most of the people on there, most of the people on Facebook, I mean, on TikTok, is our people. You know, and it's mostly teenage kids. You know, and shoot, they lost their mind. And they were so happy, you know, and then they put out a post when Trump cut it back on. They put out a post, you know, they was happy, you know, they was like praising Trump for putting it back on. Well, go ahead and read.
It looks like it's a setup.
Yeah, verse 9.
Verse 9. And whoso would not conform themselves to the manner of the Gentiles should be put to death.
Kind.
Then might a man have seen the present misery.
Right.
Kind.
That's heavy.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Verse 10. If there were two women brought who had circumcised their children, whom when they had opened led around about the city, the babes hanging at their breasts, they cast them down, headlong from the wall.
Kind. That's it on that.
That's heavy.
That's heavy, man, because you know it's like
Put to death.
I was watching a video the other day, and this lady was talking about, you know, it's you got to circumcise your kid, but they want the lady, you know, to have her kids vaccinated, and she told them no. They had signed papers, you know, not to have them vaccinated, but the nurse that was, you know, taking care of her, she had the attitude like, no, we got, I take care of it. And she said, no, you're not taking my baby to get him vaccinated. You know, we don't have papers signed. And she said, and so they had to take him back, back to the where the incubators was. They had to take the baby back there. So
Right. You don't know what
she wouldn't let the baby go back there unless her father, the baby's daddy or some of her family members
Because
with
she
her.
know they own some stuff.
Right, and in the days that that baby was in there, it was a family member in there with that baby
That's
all
good.
that time. You know,
That's good.
and they give them vaccines. You know, next thing you know, the baby got autism.
It's more than that, though.
You heard what happened in, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You heard what happened in Vietnam, didn't you?
No, what?
Okay. Vietnam had no autism whatsoever.
Yeah.
Bill Gates went over there with his vaccine.
Right.
And now they got like a 300% increase. They had none.
Right.
So it goes back to what we were saying before. You can never trust them. And
Yeah.
what is that one
Never
script?
trust the enemy.
Never trust the enemy. And then what is it? It's one script I can't think of. It
That's
says,
iron rusted, that one.
no, the one that says they speak smooth words, but war is in their hearts.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Um,
That's it with Proverbs. Should be, let's see, 19, 16, 13.
Before y'all find that, can somebody get me Deuteronomy 14:2?
I'm getting Deuteronomy 14:2.
And then somebody give me Deuteronomy 26:19.
I'll get 26 and 19.
I got 14:2. You want it now?
Yeah, kind of give me what you got up.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14, verse 2. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all nations that are upon the earth.
So everybody decide.
Upon the face,
above all nations.
above all nations upon the face of the earth.
So when we say separation, God say he put somebody above everybody.
Right.
So it's a lot of times when they say don't read the Old Testament because you would say things like this. Well,
Uh-huh.
why is God putting somebody above everybody else?
Yeah.
That would mean he making somebody separate. So it's not a bad thing. Now give me what you got up.
Good thing.
Deuteronomy 26:19. And to make thee high above all nations, which he have made, and praise and a name and honor, and that thou mightest be a holy people unto the Lord God,
That's heavy.
as he has spoken.
That's another thing. See, that's another script.
That's heavy.
So he basically telling the world, I got this group that I'm putting, not even if, when you can say above, but they're in a different category.
Right.
So it's not a bad thing.
Right. They're different categories.
We just been in our minds being over here that we have to be side by side. But if you realize, when have we actually excelled?
Right.
The Black Bottom, Rosewood. What's the one in
Paradise Valley.
what's the one in North Carolina? What I can't. The Black Wall Street.
Black Wall, yes, yeah, that's
So
Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yeah.
when we by ourselves, we excel.
We dominate.
Right,
And the only people that don't know that is us.
right,
We're the only ones that don't know that.
right.
Crazy.
So, and it's not to blame our people, because it's a fear.
Right.
And I'm gonna make another quote. Muhammad Ali said a lot of things, you know. He was like, okay, if you don't want us here, then give us our portion and let us go away. You know, what happens, we can do things on our own.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But like I say, we just, some of us in that mindset that don't think that we can make it on our own. But we can, we always have. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just, we have to get that mindset. And that's why, in the truth,
Make sure it's tight.
it gives you that different mindset.
Right.
You in that mindset, well, wait a minute, we can do without them. But there's a lot of us not under that mindset. You know what I mean? We under that mindset that let's be friendly and free. Because you got to think, the so-called Indians, wasn't they living without them?
Right.
You must have been.
Yeah,
can live without
doing
them.
very well.
You know what I mean?
Doing very well.
It's just, oh, I thought that was doing this captivity. Our mindset is not the way it should be. Let me put it that way. So I yield on that.
Come on.
So like, let me say one more thing before we leave. This secondary of the six and secondary of the 6 and 54.
654.
Yeah, you
say
said all.
address?
I'm gonna read it myself. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake. The world was made for us. We supposed to be the ruler. You know, we supposed to be the because He made the world for us. You know, that's what He said in Deuteronomy 7:6. Deuteronomy 7:6. You know, He made us above all people on earth.
Right.
I mean, so why they mad?
And so,
Why they mad?
And so, if you made the world, if you made the world for our sakes, and we lost it, now He made heaven for our sakes,
Right.
And we're trying to give it away. Do you
Trying to
see what
give
I'm
it away,
saying?
yeah.
I mean, do you understand our mentality? That's why He said, if you think like us, we won't have nothing. Give me
I had that Ezekiel 35.
Ray, give me yeah, I'm gonna need that in a minute.
Okay.
Give me Ray, give me what did I ask for, Ray?
Genesis 27,
Was it 2740 or 2523?
27:40.
Give me 2740.
Genesis 27:40.
Yeah, you give me Isaiah 13:15.
Genesis 27:40.
Isaiah 13.
Oh, you want me to do Isaiah 14?
13:15. Yeah.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 28, verse 27, verse 40.
Bring it out.
And by thy sword shalt thou live.
Right there. Okay, and so by thy sword. So this is the white man's blessing. By thy sword shalt thou live. So do the white man live deliciously by his sword? Yeah.
Definitely.
He came to America, right? Austria, and he destroyed the Indians. And he lived deliciously. He went to Africa, right? Western Africa, got us and spread us all over the world and lived deliciously by his weapons, right? And so the Bible is so direct. I mean, he can't be talking about us because we don't have the weapons that the white man have.
No.
And we're not living deliciously, right? And so common sense that, now hold on, this is the Old Testament, right? Well, this is the Old Testament. By his sword is he living and done away with. So how you gonna do it with the Old Testament when the prophecies in the Old Testament is telling the truth of what's going on today?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? It says by his sword will he live deliciously.
The modern day sword is the
And the
gun.
modern day sword is the gun, and if the Old Testament is done away with, then his sword should be done away with. So it's not, right? So the whole prophecies has to continue because he continued it. You see what I'm saying? He threw a Heil Hitler sign. Put that speech on here. He threw a Heil Hitler sign right after the speech. In other words, like give a damn about that speech. And the black man up there talking about Jews and Gentiles. What the hell is you talking about? You're cooning.
Well, you know.
So in heaven, is he gonna live by his sword in heaven? Because that's where you're trying to take him next, right? Finish that, Ray.
And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Okay, so he's supposed to serve us, right? He should, because we're the younger brother. He's supposed to serve us, right? And so when David ruled, right, the Dark Ages, we ruled, and he broke the dominion off his neck, right? And so now what they say, he's gonna build. That's what he's talking about. That's what the president's talking about. I'm gonna build this. I'm gonna build this. I'm gonna build that. But what God say, you're gonna build, but I'm gonna throw down. That's in give me the inauguration speech. But that's in Obadiah.
I like 40. Read 41, huh?
Read 41 for
This is the Genesis.
Yeah,
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of thy blessing.
Wow, that's heavy.
Yeah. So
That's heavy right there.
you know who Esau is. Like I
Right.
said, we can go further in explanation. But Esau is the so-called white man.
Right.
And Jacob is the so-called black man, so-called Mexican. So it says he hated thy brother because of the blessing.
Right.
So when you see that,
Inauguration speech Trump.
I seen the news today. It was I can't think of where it's at. It was somewhere in Grand Rapids. Was it a state police? He actually ran a young brother down and had him pinned up against the car, and he died. So when you look to like police brutality, let's say we can't say 100%, but 99.9% is white against black.
Killing us.
And that's another example of Esau hating Jacob.
Right.
And constantly, you would never find a black officer doing that to a white. You would never find that.
We have never found it.
Yeah, so it has to be, well, you know, like I said, when you go further in the Bible, you tell it describes Esau hairy all over, red.
Mm-hmm.
We can go to, and Jacob, you know, he's more of a laid back, ease type
Right.
guy. He don't want to do. So it's describing two types of people. And no,
And they should be separated.
yeah, there you go. Where just, I think somebody just read it, separated at the border. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and like you said, when you think about separation, everything is separation.
Come.
When you go to high school, 9th, 10th, 11th, that's separation.
Right. Just, yeah.
College and high school, separation. You know, it's separations in everything.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's gonna be more because now, what did he do for the people that got great jobs, college degrees? You didn't got to hire them right now. Now, matter of fact, you can have an all-white company, and you're not getting paid to have a black person there anymore. You can go ahead and fire them. Did you? Am I right?
oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah. That's.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt
Yeah,
it.
yeah, and so now, and so now, he's separating Israel. He's going after Mexico, right? Now that he's going after Mexico, the Mexicans, he gonna change Mexico to America. Now where the Mexicans gonna go? You're already kicking them out. Now where they going? You're taking their land and making it America. And what, you gonna kick them out of there too? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see the devil? And now you're coming back dealing with Judah. Saying the black women's, mainly, you cannot file income tax on child support. You did not vote for daddy. So this is what you're gonna get for not voting for white daddy. Right? He's aiming specifically at Judah and Israel, Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom. And for us that don't know that the Mexicans are our people, can't you tell the way they've been treated? Can't you tell they are people? He ain't saying nothing about Ukraine coming over here. Right? Ukraine can jolly wally their butt right on over here, right? But the black people in Ukraine has to stay and die. They just went to college over there. They trying to come back. They can't come back. They have to stay and die. And there's no mention of that. What's really going on around this world? And how
Trump administration announced to
go.
Go ahead.
Read that one more time, Ray.
Which one? 41.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of thy blessing.
And so Esau did what?
Hated Jacob because of the blessing.
Hated Jacob. You see what I'm saying? And so Jacob blessings is the kingdom, is heaven. That's his blessings. And Esau hated that. Now, if that was my brother, I love him. I wouldn't care. This is my brother. He could be over me. Matter of fact, if my brother over me, then I really can't tell if I'm under, because we brother. Thou shalt love thy brother, right? But not this one. Why? Because he violated the brotherhood. He hated. And so what the Bible say? Thou shalt love thy brother. Is he loving us? He hated, right? So he got to be. So he destroyed the brotherhood. Because the Bible says, "Thou shalt love thy brother." He haven't loved us. Give me
Isaiah 13:15.
Keep going with that. No, I'm gonna want give me Genesis 12:3. Keep going with that.
He hated Jacob because of his blessing.
Yeah.
Wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
Is this white man slaying us?
Yeah.
He's slaying us, right? Constantly. See, the prophecies that Esau promised, his prophecies are still moving forward. So in order for the Old Testament to be done away with, his prophecies has to stop. He said that he would continually, right, slay us, right? And so Esau supposed to have died. His blood, this blood against blood. See, when Cain killed Abel, how did the father find out that Cain killed Abel? Through the cry of the blood, right? His blood reached out. And so what's going on? Esau's blood is continually reaching out, slaying us. Continuously. Right?
Yeah.
So prophecies cannot be done away with. In order to do away with the Old Testament, you have to get rid of prophecies. And you can't get rid of prophecies, because once it's prophesied, it got to play out.
God.
Right? And so what else gonna play out? Us in rulership. Gots to play out. The blessings that Jacob get, that